Hello my friends, welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. Thank you for checking out this video. If you're somebody who's just coming across this channel and this video for the first time ever, welcome into the channel. I ask that you please stay a while. If you don't mind hitting the subscribe button and joining a really great community we have here. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Love to have you here. Happy you're here. Happy that you're able to watch this video. I hope you're happy to be here. Let's get into what's going on WWE right now. What happened on Monday Night Raw? I got a bunch of notes. I really do got a bunch of notes. This was a pretty jam-packed Monday Night Raw. And you know what? The Judgment Day were all over the show tonight. I'm talking multiple segments backstage, multiple segments and matches during the actual show. I kind of liked it. It's getting back to having the Judgment Day be like a pretty big focal point of the show, like they were when they first got together and Rhea was here, and before JD, but when they were showing up like all night, every night, coming out at the start of the show, cutting promos. It's kind of got that feel like it used to, and I really do like that. We started off the show. We're not going to get into everything because there is too much to get into, but we started off the show with Liv Morgan coming out, cutting a promo. Dom Mysterio interrupts her, and it continues. We get Liv Morgan really trying to seduce Dom. Like, this is kind of going the way I was expecting it to, the way I thought it might go, and it continued this way. It looks like Liv Morgan is trying to seduce Dom Mysterio. I think Liv understands that Dominik has like a weakness, and she's exploiting it. She's trying to take over the mommy role. It's definitely clear. And Dom looks like he's a little conflicted. It looks like Dom kind of doesn't want it, but there's a part of Dom that kind of does. He wants to just submit to this. He wants to accept Liv Morgan as his new mommy or as his new girl or whatever they want to call it, but I don't think Dom is hating this. I don't think Dom is hating this. Liv Morgan ends up backing Dom into a corner, the corner turnbuckle, and she's like touching him, rubbing up on him. I'm like, damn, how far are we going with this? Because right now, technically, I don't even know if it's still a PG show or not, but even if it's not, I want to know where those hands were roaming, because they were roaming, and I'm not talking about Reigns. Finn Balor ends up coming out, and he stops it. He runs into the ring. He gets in between Liv and Dom, and he tells her no. He gets on the mic. He says, well, we don't want this. Nobody wants this. Nobody in Judgment Day wants you here or around us. The gist of all that. And Liv Morgan does not accept it. She kind of says, all right, I'll go away for now, but I don't think Dom wants me to stop, which is very interesting. So I don't know where we're going with this. I kind of have an idea of where we're going with this. I think WWE will end up throwing some swerves in here, but I think ultimately, we're going to get Liv Morgan and Dominik like hooking up, like for sure. Maybe we'll get another live sex celebration on TV, a la Edge and Lita. Who knows? But maybe this time it's Dom and Liv. One thing I wanted to mention, Dominik started off this show with his arm in a sling, and while Liv was like seducing him, he like had his wedding ring on. I felt like that was really weird. Like it's a strange choice. I feel like if I was Dom, I probably would have left the ring in the back if I'm going to have another woman just rubbing up on me on TV. I don't know. It just looks weird, because it's like WWE doesn't want to like acknowledge that Dom is married in real life. So why have him come out with the ring on if he's like in a love triangle with Rhea and Liv? I don't understand. It's a small thing. It's whatever. It's not a big deal. I just looked at it and I'm like, dude, that kind of just feels weird. We get backstage, and this show was filled with Judgment Day stuff. Priest asks Dom about Liv. Dom kind of like brushes it off, says, yeah, I'm going to fix it. Don't worry about it. We're good. I told her it was an accident, whatever. It's weird that Priest keeps asking about Rhea, because it's been documented. They've mentioned it before. Rhea and Priest are like really good friends. They're like best friends. To me, what this is looking like is Priest is bound to be a babyface. He's going to be a babyface. They're going to break up Judgment Day. They're going to disband, whatever you want to call it. Priest is going to go on and be a good guy, and when Rhea comes back, she's going to be a good guy. Are we going to get Priest and Rhea Ripley versus Dom and Liv Morgan in a mixed tag match at some point? I'm definitely here for that. I want to see that happen, and I'm almost like 99% sure that's kind of the direction we're going here. And you know what? I'm okay with it. Couple other things I want to mention. We have Braun Breaker, who I feel like is over as hell with the crowd. This dude is getting good pops. He's getting the crowd to bark with him. I love it. And not to mention just that. Ilya Dragunov also, I think, is getting over pretty nicely with the crowd. Because I love the way they're using both guys here, and I love the fact that they're using them both in the same type of like story angle, and I think that's really cool. It's going to help elevate both of them. I think Braun Breaker is just a natural. I mean, he looks like he's a main eventer already. You know, I love the fact that they're not going to give him squash match after squash match. He went in there with Ricochet, who actually put up a fight. And it looks like Braun is now going to move over to Dragunov, which these are going to be great matches. I only think it's going to help both guys here. I mean, I love the way they're handling Breaker, the way they're handling Dragunov. I like the way they're handling Lyra Valkyria. And actually, Kiana James had a match tonight, her first match on Raw. It was against Natalya. Of course, Natalya. I mean, a trusted veteran who made Kiana look great. And Kiana won, and she looked great. It was a really good first match for Kiana James. If you're not familiar with her in NXT, and you know what? I know of her. I didn't watch too much of her. But tonight, she impressed, man. She looks like she belongs here. I can't wait to see what else they do with Kiana James. Very cool. Something to mention. Backstage after that match, Natalya is walking back, and she mentions to Sonya Deville, of all people, that enough's enough. It's time for a change. A little Owen Hart. Little quote there. I wonder what that means for Natalya. I don't know if it's like her hinting at her leaving WWE because, of course, there's the rumors of her contract being up. Or does this mean a character change or something for Natalya? I just hope whatever this is, if she's not leaving WWE, I hope she just not saying this just so that she can turn heel. I've had enough of the Natalya heel person and the not heel person. She's the same person. Whether she's a heel or not a heel, Natalya needs like a character overhaul. She needs something different. You know, I don't know what it could be. I don't know if you want to hang on to the whole Hart stuff and try to continue the legacy of her family, or do something different. I don't want to just see Natalya as a heel, because Natalya as a heel is the same thing as Natalya as a face. It's all about being the best in the ring and having the legacy and the lineage of the Harts. Give me something else. During Raw, we got another QR code. I scanned the QR code, and this is one of the most complex ones I've seen to date. I hadn't even had time to break down everything. I tried simultaneously watching all the stuff they gave us from the QR code, and then also watching Raw at the same time because I wanted to make this video. I couldn't keep up with everything in this QR code. There is a lot going on. I am excited for the Wyatt Six, if that's what they're going to call themselves. I don't even know if that's what they're going to call themselves. Everybody keeps saying Wyatt Six. But this group where Uncle Howdy has all these people, whatever they're going to call themselves, I'm excited for them. I can't wait to see them show up. I don't think it's going to be much longer. I hope not. Maybe within the next week or two. Maybe at the pay-per-view. They're coming, and these clues are getting more and more. Like we've seen it a few times. It said, "I'll see you tonight." I think actually the last one I saw was like it looked like it was like a Raw Talk image where it said "see you soon" or "see you tonight" or something like that. I was like, oh, that's very interesting. Maybe they're going to show something on Raw Talk. I didn't get to see it because I'm making this video right after Raw. So I'm interested to see what has happened after Raw, if there's any more clues as far as Uncle Howdy and the group of people he's talking about bringing in. But yeah, I mean, I saw a quote. I had written it down. I put it on my phone. It said, "We follow the words of the red, and now we are free." If you remember, Bray Wyatt had referred to himself as the color red in a black and white world. So obviously they're following the words of Bray Wyatt. This definitely seems like this group is going to carry out Bray Wyatt's like vision. I don't know if they're going to call themselves Wyatts. I think they're going to refer to Wyatt. I don't think they're going to just use his name because I think WWE wants to just leave Bray Wyatt's name as it is by itself. I don't think they want to continuously mention his name on WWE programming. So I think we're all going to be knowledgeable. We're all going to know that this is indeed a subdivision of Bray Wyatt. It's going to be a group following the vision and the words of Bray and just doing their own thing. Talking about setting people free and all these castaways that WWE got rid of and threw away. It looks like they're kind of saying this group of people that WWE kind of was done with, they threw them to the curb, didn't want anything to do with them. They're all collectively together and they're going to carry out the vision of Bray Wyatt. So interested to see what happens there. Don't really know exactly. I don't know who they're going to attack or who they're going to show up and face, but that's just something we're all going to have to tune in and see for ourselves, I guess. Get a couple cool things that happened later on in the night. Jey Uso came out through the crowd after missing last week's Raw. He mentioned on the mic that he is going to win Money in the Bank this year. And you know what? That is a very strong candidate. I can see Jey Uso winning Money in the Bank. I don't know if I would do it. I also don't know who else is going to be in the match. But as of right now, the favorite has to be Jey Uso. One, because he's the only one that's really announced it. And two, he's ready to take that next step, I feel like. WWE obviously sees him as somebody who's ready to take a next step. He's come close a couple of times for the World Heavyweight Championship. Maybe this will help kind of just booster him. I do want to see who else is going to be in this match, though. I would imagine, like Bronson Reed or something is going to be in there. Maybe I don't know. I want to say Breaker. If Breaker's in there, Breaker's winning. Okay, Breaker didn't get inside of the King of the Ring tournament, so maybe Breaker gets inside of Money in the Bank, and if he's in there, I feel like he has to win this thing. But that would be a very quick boost, like skyrocket. So who knows? I don't know. We got to see who else qualifies for Money in the Bank. You got to think some of the favorites, maybe Owens, maybe Randy got to be in there, maybe LA Knight, maybe. We'll see. But right now, Jey Uso has announced it. Lyra Valkyria actually teased it in an interview backstage. I think she actually will be in Money in the Bank. It hasn't been officially said yet or qualified yet, but I do picture Lyra Valkyria definitely being in the ladder match for the women. How about one of the more interesting things that happened later on in the night? Braun Strowman was going to kill Dominik Mysterio, who, by the way, showed up in not an arm sling. So is Dom okay? Is Dom good to go? Or is he just took off the sling just for this one segment? But anyway, Dom got interfered in Carlito's match with Braun, if I'm remembering that right, and Braun went to go, attack and go after Dominik Mysterio. But who came to the aid of Dom? Not Priest, not Finn, Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan comes out, stands in front of Braun Strowman, shakes her head no, tells him not to do it, shielding Dominik Mysterio. This is good. I like this. We're getting layers. We're getting different kind of angles and adding more things into the story here. So this is very cool to see. And Dom actually looked a little more receptive to Liv helping him in that situation. So I think we're quickly moving towards Dom accepting Liv into his love interest or whatever. That's definitely coming, I think, for sure. And of course, at the end of the night to cap it all off, Damian Priest versus Rey Mysterio. Really great match between these two. I love the chemistry that they have. Of course, more shenanigans happen at the end of this match, and then Priest end up winning. Out comes Drew McIntyre to attack him from behind. Drew ends up going over to the table to try to put Priest through, but it's Priest who puts Drew McIntyre through the announce table. And then Judgment Day and Priest stand tall at the end of the night. I'm telling you what, this was a fat W for Judgment Day all night tonight. Win or lose their matches, the way they're showcased throughout the entire show tonight, I think they looked like $1 million, all of them. Including, I'm going to even throw Liv in there. Liv looked great. Her promo at the beginning, I didn't really care for it as much. She does a lot of laughing, which I feel like is like a bailout for her. But overall, Liv Morgan and Judgment Day were the clear winners of tonight's show. They are amazing. So they came out looking great. I think we are finally starting to get the actual focus on Damian Priest, which we should have as World Heavyweight Champion. This is your top guy on Monday Night Raw. He needs to be treated as such and shown as such. He just beat a legend in Rey Mysterio. He just put Drew McIntyre through a table, and he stands tall at the end of the show. Perfect. You could not have done it better. Tell you guys what, I think I'm actually going to check out NXT Tuesday night. We got Jordan Grace in action from TNA. This is going to be awesome to see a TNA superstar in singles competition on WWE programming. Insane. And then also, I think Ethan Page will be there. I'm very excited. I've been a fan of his for a while. I want to see what they do with this. And I'm probably going to watch that PLE. I think it's this weekend, the Battleground, the NXT Battleground. Very cool. You guys let me know if you're going to watch that. If you're somebody who doesn't watch NXT and you're thinking about watching now, join in this journey with me. We're going to do this together, and then we're going to come right back here and talk about it. Hey, but that's it for now, guys. I appreciate all the support you guys give this channel. If you're somebody new to this channel and you've made it this far, I ask that you subscribe to this channel. We would love to have you here. I would love to have you here. This is a channel I want to keep growing and growing and growing, and by doing that, we need all of the wrestling fans to join this channel. So if you're a wrestling fan, join this channel, subscribe to this channel, like this video, like all the other videos I've done, comment on these videos, send in emails. I'll put an email down there at some point in one of the videos when we're about to do an email video. Guys, awesome community here. You will not regret subscribing to this channel. As far as everybody else who has already subscribed, I appreciate you. I love you. And yeah, you guys have a great rest of your week. We'll be back here with another video this week, I'm sure. Until then, guys, until we yeet again, stay bitter.